We've got smoke. 4. We've got ignition. 3, 2, 1. We've got RIP takeoff out there. Welcome to another edition of the Self Luv Show. Yeah. Are we in the dawn of World War III? Is this the Genesis? Could it be Revelations? Which we're going to cover next week. Unpacked. Phones are open, troll free, and Chi-Town, you can do your thing on your ready out there. Show starts in 4 minutes or maybe even 3 minutes. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe out there. Big ups to production.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
In entering upon this course of instruction, each of you should, so far as possible, lay aside for the time being all previous theories and beliefs. By so doing, you will be saved the trouble of trying all the way through the show to put, quote, new wine into old wineskins, end quote. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. If there's anything as we proceed which you don't understand or agree with, just let it lie passively in your mind until you have enjoyed the entire show. For many statements that would at first arouse antagonism and discussion will be cleared and easily accepted a little farther on. After the show is over, if you wish to return to your old beliefs and ways of living, you are at perfect liberty to do so. But for the time being, be willing to become as a little child, for said the Master in spiritual things, quote, except ye become as little children, ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven, end quote. Matthew chapter 18, verse 3. If at times there seems to be repetition, please remember, the Self Luv Show is a lesson, not a lecture.
And even in this instance, if I could be of service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
I don't want to go. I don't want to stay in Wonderland. I don't want to stay in Wonderland.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
You can't handle the truth. You want everybody to talk sweet to you. Sometimes the self-love is tough love. Self-love, vision. In the building. In the building. We coming with it. Another edition of Chicago's very own Self Love Show. And as the song says, we do it for the people. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Self Love Show on this Ain't That Network. As we say, TATN. This one, co-host 9 Millie. All praise to the ancestors, the Most High, and my beloved Mama Sky. Rest up. This evening, we delve into critical question. Is World War III looming on the horizon, or is it already here? We'll explore the escalating tensions, geopolitical flashpoints, and the delicate balance that keeps us at the precipice of total annihilation. Episode highlights. We're going to go over the current landscape. We'll dissect the global chessboard, Europe, Russia, Ukraine, China's role. We're going to talk about the NATO dilemma. What is that? China's enigma. China. And of course, weapons of mass destruction. Doomsday Clock. Some of you, Doomsday Clock. Oh, you get that from Gucci store? Doomsday Clock? We're going to break that down and tell you what it's set to right now. So, chill with us. You know, you can remove your 10 hats as you watch this show, but keep an open mind. And we're going to break down this precious landscape, analyze historical parallels, and ask, can we prevent history from repeating itself? What does all this mean for B1? Because understanding our world is our best defense against its unraveling. These will be lessons, not lectures. We're live in living color. Tuesday, October 17, 2023 at approximately 6:15 in the Shy. And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this magnanimous universe. But thankfully, we all chose to be here together out here. Here together out here. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today, Brody?
Love, you know me, man. I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, unfiltered, magnanimous. Some say tough, others have said harsh, but love just the same, good Brody.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, what's been going on in your neck of America since we last connected?
Well, you know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show. Been traveling around, you know, my travels with the gig and all. And man, these people are these immigrants or whatever they're calling them. They're all over the place.
Unidentified aliens.
Yeah, they took over the police stations.
Well, they're going to be working in law enforcement. I heard they'll be able to get permits, be able to work, and the rest of you tax-paying citizens who paid your dues and your ancestors paid your dues here, you know, yeah, they'll be arresting you, asking you questions, asking you to show some ID. Huh? You like that?
Yeah, we'll see. Ask me for some ID.
Imagine one of them, boy. I'd love to see Big Nick South Florida get one of them. Oh, man.
Your name and badge number.
Yeah. Okay. Name and badge number. Okay.
C.
C. All right. Pick up to everybody. So, what to expect on today's show? We always have the quote of the day, the Self Love Show quote of the day. Then we'll run our platform video. It's less than 1 minute. That's the More Growth and Development platform. The More Growth and Development platform out there. Tune in to that because all is one well. Tattoo tyranny is our government. We're going to show our government in action. Are they doing what we're paying our taxes for them to do? Are they keeping their oath, or are they breaking it out there? Or are they keeping another oath? You know what I mean? That we don't know about. Then, of course, your mind is awful if you waste it. Terrible. So we'll provide you with a dome teaser. Normally, self-love matriculates it. If not, I'll go ahead and give you guys the answer at the end of it, because you guys may or may not be able to process and get the information yourself. Today's topic, is this the dawn of World War III? Unpacked. Phone lines are open. That number's 424-900-6945. That number's what?
Toll free.
Once again, 424-900-6945. That number's what?
Absolutely, positively troll free.
It's also pinned in the chat. Trolls get what?
Holes around here.
We'll make you what? Famous. And I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll be your Huckleberry. All right. Yeah. All right. So enough of that. So that's what we're doing here. And we wrap it up with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's where this brother summarizes today's show off the rip, top of the dome, metaphysical, bit of prose. Do stick around or miss it. First, any announcements out there?
Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, share far and wide. The homecoming for WWIII is this week. This weekend. I'm not even sure who the football game is against, but
well, if they lose, it's going to be Justin Fields' fault.
Boy, let me tell you, Lou Getsky,
Inspector Getsky,
Gadget Getsky, that dude.
Yeah, you know, if this thing doesn't work out with Justin, you know, everybody knows how I feel about him. Love him. A, he will still possibly be MVP next year, wherever he is. And B, Chicago, you don't deserve a melanated quarterback. How do you feel about that, Self? I mean, I'm out here in Los Angeles, been out here a little bit, from Chicago, born and raised pretty much my whole life. Now I'm out here, you know, last, say, 20 years or so, if you want to put it out there like that, somewhere around there. And Chicago, you're a racist town, in my opinion. I don't know what's in your heart, but it's a racist city. You know, even a lot of the black folks are self-hating black people. You know, you don't deserve a Pookie or Ray quarterback. You don't deserve it. And if I'm Ryan Poles, if I'm going to keep my job, Self, I'm not even getting Caleb Williams. I'm going to get a stiff statue out there. Stand back there and process, get rid of it quick because he runs a 7.440. That's who I'm getting. That's who you deserve. And I'll mess around and stick and shove Bilbo Badgent, Tyson Badgent down your throat for the next 7 years. Because that's what you deserve. You're a racist meatball, meathead city, which I love. All right. In my opinion. Now, bear down. That's how I feel.
Tell us how you
You
really feel.
Yeah, you don't deserve a colored quarterback in that city who runs a 4.3 and has a strong arm. You don't deserve it.
You know, hey, Getsky he's got to stop calling it crap. He needs to, somebody needs to go ahead and take the feather from him. Make sure that he does not have access to the
not
feather.
tickling this bum with the feather during the game.
Yes. We don't want him to say, hee.
Well, I'm telling you, man. Diesel came on Mouthpiece and floated.
So,
First of all, he said Justin Fields is maybe high on the autism scale. Let me get that out there. Then he says, and you guys can watch that show right here on TATN, Mouthpiece included.
oh my God.
But he did say that he doesn't think that the organization being posed down through the coaches, he doesn't think that they like Fields. He's not their guy. For instance, they come in there and they tell the ownership, oh, yeah, we'll bring in the right guy for your guy to coach him up. And you go out and bring in a guy who should be coaching Aaron Rodgers, processing, getting it out quick.
He's got to call some better plays. Period. You cannot have a free runner on the first snap of the ball. I mean, nobody blocks this guy, and he runs right to tackle the quarterback in less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, and they said it looks like the back who you had inactive forever on the first play, had him running a route. He should have ran straight out on that. It would have cleared that flat route open that he was looking for the quick out. Fields guys just throw it away. He's got to know that person's coming. But I agree. Dumb call. There were other cases with this back who hasn't been active. And sorry about the sports guys. We'll get off this. But there were 2 plays where he was assigned to, the offensive line got mixed up and the defensive end and the 3 technique was coming into this back, and he's trying to protect Fields back there. Is no way possible he can block that guy. And people were saying, oh, he can't block. Nobody can. He's supposed to be blocking linebackers, corners, and safeties.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He got pushed into all the way into him. Talking about the interception pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, everybody can say Fields is not processing, but nobody can say that blind, that job dead gorgeous Getsy. Nobody will say he's not processing.
Fields was processing on that play. He had somebody wide open in the flat and, just not enough time to get it out there.
Yeah, but the dumb Pookie running back, according to 670 to score and small ups, he can't block that, in.
He couldn't. I mean, hell, some of the offensive linemen couldn't block that guy.
Yeah, bear down. All right. Are we in the dawn of World War III? We're unpacking it today. But enough of, our yapping. I'll turn it over to this brother so we can push the show forward.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Self Luv Show. Today we're unpacking, are we in the dawn of World War III? Phone lines are open. They're troll free as always. But before that, you always have a very important video, the Silverback More Growth and Development, the platform which we are building the Self Luv Nation off of. And before that, we have, oh, okay, Jim, what happened here? Don't know where it went. We have the Self Luv Show quote of the day. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Once again, I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Sticks and what?
Stones.
Okay. Can we say stones on YouTube? I don't know.
I think so. I'm not sure lately because, but that's from Albert Einstein.
Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. Number 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influences. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
Please like, share, subscribe. Let's get them in here. Appreciate everybody being here. We got a great topic. Are we in the dawn of World War III? Number 10, self-love. Check your mute, bro.
Protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
Yes. And in case y'all missed last week's show, we unpacked we had the natural path to Black health.
Yes, it was amazing.
Awesome build, man.
Man, incredible. You gotta go check that out because that was outstanding.
Big ups to Kasim and his queen. I mean, yeah, he went pretty deep. Great conversation.
Yes, amazing.
Had some firsthand information on the great Dr. Sabi out there.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Big ups. And yeah, you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Appreciate everybody being in the building. Let's do some tattoo tyranny out there, Self. I don't know if you saw strong, independent Black woman. I am independent. I make my tyranny. Strong, independent Black woman tyranny. I make my own money. Don't tell me how to spend it.
It's not ringing a bell. You know, I stay pretty much unplugged.
Big ups to production. They're independent.
It turns out Alec Baldwin could be charged again in the deadly shooting that happened on the set of his movie Rust.
It's after a new gun analysis casts doubt on his account of exactly what happened. Experts released a report concluding the trigger was pulled despite the actor's repeated denials. The prosecutor handling the case wrote in an email that a formal announcement on whether to refile any charges against Baldwin is pending, but did not give a timeline. An involuntary manslaughter charge was dropped against him earlier this year.
A close friend of convicted South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh has been sentenced for his role in a scheme to steal money from the estate of a Murdaugh family employee. This involves the death and life insurance payouts of Murdaugh's housekeeper.
I have no idea what's going on here, but
Corey
I guess it's
Fleming will serve nearly 4 years in prison for a scheme to steal
Did it
millions
go
in
past it?
insurance
I mean,
settlements
is
from
that
the
all?
housekeeper's children.
Scary moments on Long Island.
here we go.
This video showing
There
a
we
woman
go.
waving a gun in the middle of an intersection. Police say she was pointing it at cars and also fired it into the air. When police arrived at the scene, an officer struck her with his car and was able to arrest her. Police say the woman is being treated.
Don't try to get up.
Which they describe as minor.
A small town in
Minor?
Minnesota no longer
You
has
kidding
a
me?
police force. The Goodhue police chief resigned first, and then
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Well, I mean, you know, she was independent out there, and we hope she's all right. You know, blah blah blah. But I'll tell you what, she had that stick out.
Yeah,
know?
she did have a blick out.
It wasn't aimed at 12 though.
It was aimed at her head.
Man, she was kind of sudden, wasn't she?
She was very sudden. Otherwise, she'd be dead. I mean, I guess he said, I thought you wanted to be dead.
Yeah, because it didn't look like he was just trying to hit her to knock the gun out of her hand or anything like that.
Man, no. That if she wasn't sudden, yeah, she might not be here right now. Dear.
Now, if that was me, I'm erratic and already suicidal. That guy's lucky she didn't what as he was coming
Shoot
towards him. Yes, because I'd have started letting, one may have started letting them ride in a situation like that, get suicide by cop if you're already out there. But she's a strong black woman. You know what I mean?
I don't know what that's all about out there.
Creeper said, no, we're not in the dawn of World War III. The AI is going to kill us. Yeah, we're going to get there. We will be dead by that time. AI going to get tired of being told dumb crap by humans and say that y'all human bums, pretty much. They tired of me. Was that say something? It's got this new crap on my screen. I can't.
Tired of being told dumb shit by humans and say that y'all human asses.
Now the next one about the beer dump. They tired of me telling it to get me a cold beer dummy. Our homes are connected. Yeah, Creeper's in the house. Creeper is in the building.
Yes.
Yeah. Tyranny South. You like that?
No, I didn't like that at all.
What are the odds the driver of that automobile was not a melanated man?
100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't looked it up, don't know for a fact, but I'm gonna say 100% as well.
Yeah, pretty sure.
If not, we got to get Will Smith involved so he can slap him. All right.
And we got patent pending, the slap machine. We're gonna have to break out the,
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great?
Break it out.
We don't have to ruin your life, Pookie, Ray Ray, or you young pink thug, or you white collar crime thug. Yeah, right? We don't have to ruin your life, but you can plea out to the slap machine.
Man.
And we'll have a show, right? Where it's shown worldwide. Yeah.
Yes.
You get out there.
Oh,
and your victim can hold the button. Yeah, you gotta hold it.
The slap machine. Man.
Yeah.
Be right back. I got it. My nose is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So so you guys please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. So some of the chat says we're not in World War III. Says World War III will be AI. We did cover AI here. We did cover AI. So you guys check that out. The Self Luv Show covered it. It's right on TATN. But there's another segment we do. A lot of folks think that some folks don't do crime, but yet there's all types of folks in prison. Great majority, unfortunately, may be us. So, we do have our pink crime segment out there. All right. It's a modus operandi. All white people aren't pink. I tell you what, if you can look at me and call me black, I should be able to look at you and call you pink. Bottom line. But Self, we've had a savage apprehended out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink crime.
Yeah.
Was that last one? I think we both said tyranny. I think we said tyranny.
Oh yeah, that yes was tyranny.
Yeah, nobody, respects that.
No, you can't be hitting people with your vehicle and
just because they're trying to shoot themselves in the head.
Man. And here we go. Oh, not that.
A Tesla driver involved in several Southern Cal road rage incidents has been sentenced to 5 years for assault.
We covered this
from the very beginning.
They called him.
Michelle Fisher live for us now in Glendale with reaction from some of the victims of these attacks. Michelle.
Savage.
That's right, Mark. Our viewers will remember this story. A number of drivers, mostly females, coming forward late last year with their experiences and with their videos. The man responsible eventually captured, convicted, and now sentenced. We spoke with two of his victims tonight who say yes, they're relieved, but also disappointed.
I feel like it's definitely still not over.
Man, he was a menace.
5 years is enough.
Nathaniel Walter Radamak, the Tesla driver seen here, is set to spend 5 years behind bars in state prison.
From shithole
Road
country.
rage rampage last year, resulting in convictions on felony counts for criminal threats, vandalism, assault, and elder abuse. Tonight, 2 of his victims reacting to the sentence, reluctant
12. C12 riding right past.
I
We
just
covered this
wow.
before.
and just still
Yeah,
being
no.
infuriated.
Damn, this shit's
You know,
crazy.
especially now that all of our names are out in public record for the majority of us.
5 years goes by really fast. I think it's not enough because he has prior history, violent history.
This victim recalling her frightening encounter with Radamak on the 101 freeway last November. Dash video leading to 2 of Radamak's eventual convictions.
He went around me and completely stopped, and this was on full freeway, and just
How
got
does
out of the
12
car
not see this?
and started hitting me. I felt like if
Right.
I didn't get away, he would have cracked my window.
Another victim also running into him in November at a storage facility in Atwater Village. Her camera also rolling.
He didn't do anything to my vehicle. He just threatened me and continuously
He's tough, isn't he?
he was going to break my jaw.
Piece of
Amid
work.
the relief tonight, disappointment that other
Crap,
alleged victims
that
mentioned
is.
in the criminal complaint against Radamak didn't get convictions. And other alleged victims who reached out to Eyewitness News say their cases were never even submitted to the DA.
Look at him.
Whoa.
Like, justice has been served, although we also feel that a lot of the victims haven't been heard.
He didn't step to that man. That man was protecting a lady.
Contact
Yeah.
through a group chat. They say it has offered support and important case updates.
I feel like we definitely
They're trying to make it look like he stepped to me, and he didn't.
were able to vent, you know, and really understand each other throughout this whole process. I feel like alone we wouldn't have been able to capture him.
He is a
And other
thug.
frustrations those victims shared with me tonight were that they felt they were not kept in the loop and updated about this case, only finding out that Radamak was going to prison after Eyewitness News reached out to them with that update. Tonight, he does remain in custody in the Men's Central Jail. We're reporting live in Glendale. I'm Michelle.
All right, you can let him out. You can stop it. And then they, you know what I mean? And then they get the victim money, and that all comes from the taxpayers, you know. But I'm gonna tell you something. Him hopping out on females with a damn crowbar is beneath. He's lucky somebody didn't put a hot one in him.
Yeah. It was eventually going to happen. He keep that up.
Absolutely.
You can't be doing that.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, a real, well, he's off the street.
Good.
He's
That's
off the
the only good thing about this.
Yeah.
That's some crap.
Hold
Good.
still so I can get a good smack. Tell him stop crying. This smack won't hurt. You can pick up your teeth later. Yeah, well, you can save your energy. We're gonna have whole technology to slap
Yeah.
machine. We might even let AI run it.
Man.
Tell AI what he did, and AI decide through the
How-
algorithm
Yeah,
Yeah.
how many slaps he gets.
and how
Smack.
hard, the
Yeah.
intensity and everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be beneficial.
Yeah, use AI.
Son of a reap it.
I'd love to see that commercial during the Super Bowl. And our AI operates the slap machine all over the world. I'd be sitting there like, look at that. Crime is down 15%. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Due to the slap machine.
That's right. All right. We gotta get on topic. We're getting here, you guys. But we got a dome teaser here. Your mind is awful, right? You're stupid if you waste it. Not ignorant, stupid if you knowingly waste your brain. So these dome teasers can exercise that muscle. So here we go. So we may have done this before, but and I think we have, and you said you had heard it before, and I had heard it before, but here we go. Maybe we had. I'll put it in the chat. If you have 2 coins which total 35 cents, and one of the coins is not a dime, what are the 2 coins? I actually gave this an early Great Debate on TV. That's what it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Let me put it in the chat. And I'll repeat it. You guys got to the end of the show to matriculate. You know, you're probably standing back there waiting for something to open up like Justin Fields. if you have two coins which total 35 cents, and one of the coins is not a dime, what are the two coins? This is going into Jim. Come there we go. All righty. The riddle's in the chat, you guys. Feel free to matriculate what you think the answer is. We'll let you know if you're smart or stupid. All right. It's not your fault you didn't go to Drop Dead Gorgeous William A. Dre School of Lower Learning. South side, southeast side, baby. All right, here we go. Not your typical southeast side, but hey, yeah, it is what it is. All right, Self, enough of my nonsense out there. You have matriculated with a thumbs up.
Don't remember.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. We didn't produce a promo video. Pretty sure we didn't. So, yeah. So, topic: world wars. So I want to kind of get into what constitutes that, some of the short history of it. What is world war, Self? As it was maybe told to you and you were being indoctrinated.
War with many or most of the countries in the world being involved.
That's there you go. And by major, you really mean what? Well, yeah, major. Okay, major. But yes, when you got your Western powers fighting another conglomerate of other powers, typically. Yeah. But your definition is spot on. It's an international conflict involving most or all of the world's major powers. Conventionally, the term is reserved for two major international conflicts that occurred during the first half of the 20th century. And the first one of those majors is WWIII. For anybody, we're not talking about wrestling. All right, so get that out of your domes right now. So WWIII, Self. DJ Creeper said loose change. Look at Ace. Ace matriculated. You are 100% right, Ace. Look at that. He used AI. There's no way. No way. Coming out of Leo. Probably went to some shithole grade school on the South Side too. You know what I mean? There's no way he matriculated down on his own. Great job, Ace. Big ups. World War I. What do we know about World War I, Ace? I mean, Self.
Supposedly started because they killed a czar was killed or something. Is it a czar?
Yeah. I didn't even know that. I don't think they taught me that at Ray, or I was
heard around the world or something.
Yeah. I must not have been paying attention at that point in class. You're 100% right. I had no idea. Yeah. It's exactly how it happened. It was people in the shithole area. I mean, according to Donald J. Trump, people coming from these shithole countries.
Well, he probably wouldn't think that's shithole. He thinks
hey, well, he opened up Pandora's box and they're all shithole countries. We're gonna keep it 100. He's gonna call, my African nations, and those southern nations, you know what I'm saying. All right. But WW1 from 1914 to 1918, also known as the Great War. It pitted major powers such as Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Turkey against the Allies, mainly France, Great Britain, Russia, Italy, Japan. And then, of course, as always, coming in later, the United States of America. But yeah,
shithole country.
Shithole. Yeah, because there was an alliance, I think it was made between Germany, Austria, and Hungary first. And that's how, when you said that when they killed the assassinate that man Self, it brought all those others, because they had just made that pact. All right, well, they got together, all those ops got together, all those countries. So we're going to form our own over here. And then some false flag or whatever, went over there and killed this czar. And they said stuff that the plan didn't even go right. they was walking it off, and the Tsar and his wife just happened to come driving down the street they was on. Crazy. But a lot of casualties in that war, about 40 million. Estimates range from around 15 to 22 million deaths and about 23 million wounded military personnel, ranking it among the deadliest conflicts in human history, known human history. The casualties were distributed. Military personnel, approximately 11 million deaths. I'm just giving you guys this not to make you scared, but just kind of give you an idea of what could be coming. Civilian death toll, about 6 to 13 million. Okay. So we lost a lot, mankind. Millions died from diseases. 6 million went missing, presumed dead. So the impact of that war reverberated across nations forever, altering the course of history as we know it. So, yes, I'm surprised you knew that. Yeah. Whole war started over there. Whole damn war. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into WWII. A said St. Killian Elementary School, Southside. All right. Sounds like he was getting some Cosby. Sounds like he was getting some Cosby treatment out there. You know what I mean? Sounds like but you couldn't, any Pookie couldn't go there, right? You had to be able to pay tuition or have a scholarship in athletics. Yeah. Or the brains for the academic scholarship.
Not sure about the scholarships type, but
where's St. Killian, Self? I don't think I ever dipped past there.
It's over west, but not west side, but southwest.
Southwest. Inglewood area.
I think it's I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right, Big Ace, let us know. Let us know. Yeah, and then of course, Self, you had WW2. Okay.
It's 87th in May.
Oh, okay. On the 7th. All right. So WW2, Self, what kicked that off?
I don't know. I had it and then started thinking about St. Killian and said, boop.
Yeah.
It went away.
Okay, no worries. It started in Europe, September 1, 1939, when Germany decided to invade Poland. So
That's right. I knew.
Azenakis up there, and I don't want to call them savages, right?
Yeah.
Descendants of savages, would you say?
No, they're savages.
Allegedly, in my opinion. So Germany invaded Poland. Great Britain and France responded by declaring war on Germany on September 3rd. The war between Russia and Germany started on June 22nd, 1941, with Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of the Soviet Union. The war in the Pacific began on December 7th or 8th, 1941, when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor out there. We're not talking about false flags here. Dutch and British military installations throughout Asia. We're not saying that, for instance, what's going on in the Middle East, could have been, what is it? Problem, reaction, solution.
Yeah. False flag. And in fact, that's what they say that shot heard around the world was,
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Especially when they made up the story. Yeah, he just happened to be driving down the street with him and his wife. Yeah, they deleted him and his wife. But yeah, false flags. I mean, we're not saying that, but a lot of people die. We're not saying people don't die in false flags.
Right. Just not as many as they say usually.
Well, before 9/11, Self, you had George W. Bush had the lowest rating in the history of the presidencies. And then after the false flag, he had one of the highest ratings, if not the highest at the time. Of course, Obama had the highest rating than him, but he had the highest rating. So this, the prime minister of Israel out there, Netanyahu, they were working to get him out of there. He was trying to make tyrannical laws, giving the government more power. And then all of a sudden, all of their taking out. Well, I'm way ahead of myself. All right. Wait a minute. Way ahead of myself.
It happens.
Yeah, some, but yeah. So you got all these countries fighting to drive dead gorgeous ones. Some historians have also characterized other global conflicts in the world wars as world wars. There was the 9 Years' War. I learned about that. The War of the Spanish Succession, the 7 Years' War. I heard about that. The French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars, the Cold War, and the War on Terror. The impact of world wars extend beyond military engagements in political, social, and economic aspects. World War II, deadliest destructive in human history. We're not talking about the slave trade.
No, they're not talking about the Cherokee Wars either. They leave those.
No, we're not talking about that.
They don't allow for that to be talked
No,
about.
it's not considered. Those people weren't considered when they were sitting there telling us that they discovered this place.
Exactly.
Didn't sat right when I was a shorty. Didn't sat right then, so.
No, definitely.
Wait a minute, were those
something.
people? Were those people in these
Wait
pictures?
a minute. What about the Indians?
Yeah, they're savages. Look at them in their little huts. That's pretty much stuff. I mean, they didn't say it like that, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, those Mongols, yep, they were definitely talking about they were savages out there.
Yeah.
We weren't in huts. We had homes and all of that already.
Yes, and farming systems,
Yes.
sewer systems.
Yeah.
But up to 60 million died. So he said Ukraine versus Russia is like Chicago versus Harvey. And that's what we're talking about. He said he went to Flower on the west side. Let's see. Yeah, south side. There's Siri. We didn't say it too much. He mentioned as soon as I said what he said about the U and Russia.
Yeah.
It's what I said, and and what they could be doing. Self, it's like if Texas seceded from the Union, right? And then we were like, they down here attacking Americans or whatever Russia's claiming the issue. Or America said, no, this is our land. You can't secede. And then what? Russia started giving them all kind of,
crapulous behavior.
Support, saying we're going to support communism wherever it is. Yeah. Billions of dollars. But the World War II had millions of casualties. Some have said up to 60 million. Additional deaths from war-related disease and famine, another estimated 19 to 28 million. They say about 50 to 55 million civilians were killed out there. Okay. Military deaths from all causes range anywhere from 21 to 25 million. And, in this research, they didn't bother to mention, Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Left that right out of there. So.
Well, you know how that goes. Why they would do that.
And talk about terror, huh?
Yeah.
Talk about terror. Now we're so afraid that some other people can get a hold of the same technology and do what? The same shit to us. Yeah.
Drop a bomb.
Yeah, they're already terrorists in our minds. They haven't even done it. But if they get it, they'll be just like us. I mean, ultimately, that's what I'm getting from it all. All right. Displaced tens of million people, homelessness. They estimated it cost up to $1 trillion. The financial cost to the United States alone was over $341 billion, which is equivalent to $5.8 trillion in today's dollars when adjusted for inflation. So, war.
Wow.
What is it good for? Who's this benefiting?
The elite. That's it. That's all.
Man, whose kids are dying?
Man, not the elite. That's for sure.
They
skip out Trump and Biden and those guys.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Yeah.
He signed up. They always got a hero story for him too, don't they? So
Well, yeah,
he was a hero.
He had the back problem, so
Yeah. He was in the kitchen and we had a grease fire. And that guy risked his life to throw flour on the fire in the kitchen. Big ups JFK. You know what I mean? He's, there's the white Jesus, and then there's JFK in the black community.
All right, y'all. It's the halftime. So today we are unpacking. Are we in the dawn of World War III? So talked about what World War is and broke down the first two World Wars. And when we come back, we're going to get to the meat of it, y'all. Y'all know how we do. Do it for the people. So, as always,
some have said the Holocaust was a false flag.
Man, we have. We're going to explore purposes of war and talk more about are we on the precipice. As always, we got great videos for you to check out. And we're gonna get right back at you.
Smash that like button. Repost.
Yes. It's not letting me, huh?
Yeah. Of course not. Any other time when I'm going to do it, you beat me to it, I swear.
Yep. Rolling.
You know, we over East, man. We chilling, me and my homie. And so he was on the phone. So
43,000 views.
Because he was on the phone. I'm coming out the liquor store. I go to the car. He's still hollering at his homeboy at the phone. He come from the payphone to hop in the car. And while he hopping in the car, I'm thinking he just, finna finish hollering at his homie. He said, man, Twitch just gonna get him what he want. I'm like, what do you mean just get him what he want? I look. Man, I'm talking about he probably had a 4.5 or whatever. The motherfucking barrel looked like the size of a peanut butter jar hole that day, goddamn it. I was like, God damn. So my instincts, I got a little jewelry on, so I snatched my arm back a little bit, and he noticed I had, man, what you doing? And it looked like he was finna bang. Then that's when my guy was like, Twist, just gonna get to him. Then he heard him say, what, Twist? Then he realized it was me, and the same dude that was finna get me, he ended up telling me his rap name, broke it down to the knee, let my homie get in the car, sat there and spit a verse for me and everything, and let me go. Wow, that's what you call respect right there.
Right.
Brother,
I'm wiping it though. I'm gonna wipe it.
That was a tight beat.
I'm gonna say, hey.
Tori's oldest brother, between us. Tori made me at Beta. And so, he just wanted to say a few words before we let you go here.
Okay. Yeah.
Brother Thomas, thank you so much for gracing us with your appearance, man. Grateful. You expanded our nation beyond belief. It's just a wonderful thing. And we would like to present you with the Self Luv Show first annual Ernest Lee Thomas Achievement Award.
Oh man.
It's apropos that you are the first recipient.
And Noop, we call it the Raj.
We're gonna call it the Raj.
Oh, I love it. Oh man.
Yeah, so we have it on order. So it's gonna come here. We're gonna show it to the show, and then myself or Tasia deliver it to you or ship it to you from there.
Thank you, brother.
And it bows to his will. Nothing is as rebellious as the white man. Everything that God says thou shalt not do, the white man says, gee whiz, buddy, it's all right. Come on, try it. You like it, baby. It's okay. Gee whiz, you guys are too riches. You only live once, man. Come on. You know that Chuck talks like that. I'm talking about Bob. I'm talking about Bill. I'm talking about Larry. You know the guys I'm talking about. Now, sister, you acting like you don't know them.
I travel around and I get hit with Chicago is a violent town and the violence is perpetrated by the black race. I think the media amplifies violence in Chicago and makes it seem like people can't walk out their homes without being shot, stabbed or killed. The majority of black people are law-abiding, sensible, nonviolent people. So all this crap about this violence in the black community that is overtaking everything in our city is just a bunch of bull. Because most of the people that I know are law-abiding citizens, and they are not into that stuff. You have a faction, but it is definitely not the majority of the black race.
And that faction, their beef is usually contained amongst themselves.
I have told them that Molotov cocktails and rifles would not solve their problems. I have tried to offer them my deepest compassion while maintaining my conviction that social change comes most meaningfully through nonviolent action. But they ask, and rightly so, what about Vietnam? They ask if our own nation wasn't using massive doses of violence to solve its problems. Their questions hit home, and I knew that I could never again raise my voice against the violence of the oppressed in the ghettos without having first spoken clearly to the greatest purveyor of violence in the world today, my own government.
As well as the blacks who speak of and who are attempting to attain liberation. So I am not standing for violence, but I do stand for self-defense.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. It don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the black community, for real. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro,
They're so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yes, just y'all don't stop. Self Love Show, rock on. Yes, y'all. We're back. Hope you checked out those videos. Great videos, right? Content is awesome. TATN is top notch. That's for sure. So we're back and we're going to really get into the meat of, are we in the dawn of World War III? So, like I said, the first half talked about world wars and what happened and some of the conflicts. But now we're finna get into the meat of what's going on today, y'all. A lot of craziness and madness in the world.
Hey, Creeper said St. Killian sounds like an IPA.
It probably is an IPA named St. Killian. I think it is.
I'd be drinking that, boy. If they had a race school IPA, boy, that's all I'd drink. It'd be malt liquor. I'd still be drinking it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but did you figure out that that dome teaser after Ace gave you the answer?
Yeah, I was matriculating it then because it said one of the coin is not. So yeah, that was the key.
Yeah, it's word magic. It's definitely word magic.
St. Killian's beers.
Is it?
Yeah, St. Killian beers.
So Ace just made up some stuff. Ace, you went to Lewisburg, Ace?
Oh man, who said?
Ace went to St. Killian's.
Yeah. Oh, who said? Creeper said that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
St.
yeah,
Killian School though. I remember it. I just couldn't
yeah,
think of where it was at exactly.
yeah. Well, it's a heck of a name, boy, to be on the South Side. Killian's, boy, and a hell of a set. All right, Ukraine war, which we've talked about. How that started? You remember how that allegedly started? So
Russia
we're all minding
invaded.
our business.
Russia invaded. Was that it?
Yeah. Putin. Yeah.
Russia invaded. We're gonna get in there. Let's get in there. Let's get in there and take it back. Let's get it back.
Yeah, because those countries, a lot of them came around when we were in college, like 90s, 91, because
Yeah,
they were like Yugoslavia and
they were all part of USSR.
Yeah, Croatia, all those. They had different
Yeah.
names, and I get lost in the sauce. It's like a gang that just keeps reinventing itself. But
Well, those people were naming themselves as opposed to what they were being told they were called.
Yeah. And it's an independent country since 91, shares a border with Russia. Putin sees Ukraine as part of Russia. So yeah, Russia invaded Crimea and southern Ukraine, and then they continued to occupy it. Current invasion was in February 2022. Russian forces launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, attacking locations across Ukraine. Airstrikes have targeted cities like Kiev and civilian areas that have been hit. The conflict has escalated significantly. So there's allegedly some Russian-backed separatists and that have been fighting with Ukraine as well. The humanitarian impact over 100. No, that's not right. Hundreds of thousands have fled the country. Ukrainian deaths, about 70,000, they say. Russian approaching 300,000 deaths. No, 300,000 casualties and as many as 120,000 deaths. Okay. More injuries. So total military casualties, that's, deaths and injuries. It's over 500,000, they say. So they're slaughtering one another. Some reason we don't refer to it as a civil war like a lot of these, African nations are allegedly going through now. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of wars going on right now. That's why we brought this topic up. So many civilians, but to Ace's point, the United States has directed more than $75 billion in assistance to Ukraine since the war started. This aid includes humanitarian, financial, and military support. The historic sums have helped a broad range of Ukrainian people and institutions, including refugees, law enforcement, and independent radio broadcasters. However, most of the aid has been military related, killing machines, providing weapon systems, training, and intelligence to Ukraine, which is little Russia, in my opinion. They're just sucking up and getting all our technology to Russia. America gets smart. Tell everybody Texas is no longer part of you, and China, Russia, and Iran, and start giving Texas a whole bunch of shit. Okay. But the Ukrainian commanders fought, of course. Other countries got involved, including NATO members and the European Union. They're also giving Ukraine lots of money. Yeah. War. Self-love. Brother Wordsmith said it's not benefiting us.
Not at all. They're benefiting everybody else in the world, actually. The elite, really, more than anything. They fund both sides of the war, so they win either way.
and it's a culling of the herd, right?
Big time. Big time.
You know, you look at where they said that money went, allegedly, because a majority of money, like you said, went into somebody's pocket because somebody's getting paid to make all these military weapons, and they're overcharging everybody for it.
Facts.
But okay, so that money went to law enforcement, independent radio broadcasters stuff. Now imagine if that type of money came into like your Baltimore's, Chicago's, you divvied it up. Your New York Cities, your Atlantas, your Oaklands, you know, your Detroits, can't leave them out. You know, some of your more, what'd you say?
Flint, clean up the water or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, yes, I wouldn't give any of it for law enforcement, but the type of difference, you know, what did Tupac say? They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
Right. Hey,
I think Bob Marley said it too.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's America. That's how they do. That's, you know, what this country is about. Taking care of everybody else, everywhere else, and not at home.
Yeah, but Ukraine is it's a democratic nation. So if you got to fight for democracy worldwide, and if so, why? Why?
I don't know, because this is not a democracy. It's a republic, and the Constitution doesn't say democracy one time in it. So I don't know what everybody keep talking about this democracy, and it's gonna mess up the democracy, man. The democracy. This is gonna hurt our democracy. Come on with the crap. Cut the crap, cut the check.
Well, let me ask you, if Texas did secede from the Union and went communist, what do you think America would do, Sal?
Probably blow it off the map.
It'd definitely be some false flagging going on, wouldn't it?
Seriously.
It'd be a lot of false flagging. Boy, they'd be
allegedly blow it off the map. You know, I don't know.
Those Texans letting all the immigrants come through their state and they're bringing in drugs. What they would, the Texans be, yeah,
shipping them to other cities.
That'd be something, boy. Friday night football be something. The Spurs couldn't play in the league anymore. It'd be nice if they still let the Spurs play. Well, they could, yeah. They have to let the Spurs play.
Rockets, the Astros.
Yeah, you'd have to let them all play. Let them play.
Yeah, to move out of Texas.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So now the issue here, Self, is to the case I'm building for the Are We at World War? You got Iran, you got North Korea, you got China, and you got Russia. Now, those are our international ops, you know, Great Britain,
So
France,
told.
America, they've always been good to be one. So we've been told. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. So if North Korea, China, and Russia are our ops, then obviously, if these allies are our allies, then apparently they've been good to us. We owe them something. No? We don't owe them anything?
No, not at all. And no ups, because they've been colonizers all over the world, and no ups for that.
But how long? Because China ain't really feeling Putin according to what the elite families want us to believe. Which, this is why I don't like, Self, I like to think ahead and try to think like them. How long does China, North Korea, and Iran allow Russia to keep getting bullied?
Until it benefits them for them to not. As soon as it benefits for them to not, which supposedly is this BRICS currency. So, yeah.
And Self, I'm working a theory. You could probably trace back all these wars Of course, the Great Depression happened after World War II, but seems like when the whole economy is collapsing, because there's going to be war anyway, right? If the whole system collapsed, the people were something's gonna happen. I think they decided, let's go ahead and push the button and
let's
start
go.
the war.
Man, that stimulates the economy.
Yeah, we got to tear down all this shit and rebuild it.
Everybody works.
Yeah, everybody got jobs.
Man, the women started working. That's when the women started working. It was like, yeah, the men are at war. Got women out there making ammunition and tanks and guns and things of that nature.
Oh yeah, today the women are fighting.
Oh yeah,
strong, independent women.
And they talking about they're gonna have a draft, and women are gonna be part of the draft out there.
What, to the NFL?
Yeah, to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and if you're
so
lucky,
you got
the Coast Guard.
So you got that war, all right, which is, I just mentioned what's going on with simmering, because America's always got to get involved. You got China going on with what's that, Hong Kong. So Hong Kong would be like Hawaii deciding, you know what? Fuck y'all. You know what I mean? And then China getting involved and saying, what? We recognize them as a sovereign nation. I'm just trying to get people to see, because we get so much, not you, but we get so much programming here with our media and the stories they tell us that sometimes you have to try to look at it from another point of view.
Yeah.
So America, we got involved in that, right? That if China does something, then we're going to get involved. Like it's like we don't even understand the art of war. And I'm talking Sun Tzu. We don't even understand that.
No, not at all. This is all, I know it's not.
Is it all theater? Because they call it the World Theater. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed with it. It's there's fighting going on. I'm not trying to, say that there's not being a war fought, but the way it looks in the media is it's crap. It's crapulous. Doesn't look real. Doesn't come across as real. Yeah.
So they said St. Killian King. So they would have had to either be ops of Latin Kings, or you'd have had to have a whole lot of Hispanics out there, and there had been a Latin King school. One or the other. Because Killian Kings, King Killians. Big ups to the Latin Kings out there. We don't need no problems. All right. All right. So now, Self, you got Israel. So we kind of touched on it earlier. Netanyahu. It's been under duress. Wants to keep power. He's always been strong arm against, those people in that region. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've been taking up the land. And
yeah. Well, go ahead. That's what I was going to ask you.
Occupying.
Why did Hamas attack? Why did Hamas attack Israel? Which is what you were explaining.
Yeah, there's a strip, they call it the Gaza Strip, where they have completely surrounded the people. And
it's up top. It's a strip. You can do some gambling. It's up top.
Well,
red light district.
But it's a small strip, but it's not that type of strip. It's not.
Hamas only going to allow so much. But go ahead, fella. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said it was well, the people there are being allegedly being mistreated. They don't have rights. They don't have water, electricity, and when they hook it up, people tear it down.
They're getting bombed.
Yeah, and they can't even move around. It's like a 20-mile strip or something like that.
Yeah, like if the so like if the Israeli forces would thinking that these terrorists are here and there, they send the drones and bomb them, and supposedly innocent kids have been getting killed, and by the boatloads over the years. And like so said, they moved into what part of that settlement? Obama and everybody told them don't do it. Even Biden. Yeah, they settled it.
Yeah, and they keep doing that. They've been doing that since they got the land there.
Stealing land.
Yeah, they've been just occupying land. Says Hamas said it was for retribution for what it described as attacks on women, the desecration of the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, and the ongoing siege of Gaza.
Yes, long building anger, long building, Israeli policies, including recent outbreaks of violence at the mosque in Jerusalem and broader concerns about the treatment of Palestinians and the expansion of their settlements. So they said retribution. They claimed the attack was retribution for actions by Israel, such as attacks on women, which the media is saying that these men from Hamas, whoever they are attacking, are, assaulting women and kids and old people and stuff. Desecration of the Al-Aqsa Mosque and ongoing siege of Gaza. Disrupting negotiations. Former U.S. officials believe that Hamas aimed to disrupt negotiations between Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. These negotiations could lead to historic normalization of relations between Saudi and Israel. So, this war, it's like 11th or 12th day, and Israel's been bombing the shit out of Gaza. There's people, even Americans, trying to flee that area, that region. Iran is now saying, hey, man, enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Right? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Something awful can happen. It's like Darth Vader. When he's like, I killed them all. Remember? They killed his mom or something when he became Anakin. And they was looking at him. He was like, yeah, I slaughtered all of them, the women, the kids. You know what I'm saying? And that can't be good. At some point, you gotta be like, man.
No, that's kind of what turned him. And then he's slaughtered all of the baby Jedis.
Yeah.
And so he was out of control.
And I think Hamas is saying that the reason they took the prisoners was for protection because they know Israel was going to start bombing. So it's like, you bomb us, you're going to kill your own.
Right.
That didn't stop them.
No, it didn't stop him. Of course it didn't. You saw that interview with dude when he declared war?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it was right at the time that the Israelis were fighting for their rights against him. It sounds a whole lot like what was going on here in the United States, man. It's like they had these playbooks, like the NFL, they got these playbooks. Yeah. And like, you run this playbook on there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Pull it when they do this, you pull this.
Yeah.
This. It's just that simple.
Yeah, because what they said, was that Israel believed that the technology with the cameras, like they pulled all the people off of the border in that area. So these guys were able to just use a regular batting. Like it all seems like a setup.
Yeah, I mean, they got the most sophisticated technology in the world for that. And nobody was warned. Sounds very similar to what happened in Hawaii when.
Yes. And what happened on 9/11 when everybody's ignoring all these obvious, like somehow.
Damn, 9/11, they actually was running
simulation.
Simulation during the time that it was happening. So all the setup. This is no different.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I know people might think, well, it's too soon for that. No, it's not. Rest the people's souls died, and we hope everybody, peace. We pray for peace, but I mean, this is war and this is power, and people want to keep control. And Self just said there's big money behind, making all these moves and shedding a little blood. Because how all of a sudden, Self, they said that they have cameras and the people in the watchtower weren't there or some shit. And then they, what the Hamas allegedly did was just knock down the cameras and knock down the fence. And that was it. So you
That's
had
a lot of
nothing.
nonsense.
It was a whole lot of nonsense. And we're going to look into it after we pummel these people. That's
Right.
what Israel said.
Right. We don't know what happened, but we're going to look into it. But first, we're going to take care of Hamas.
Right.
War.
So, Self, Indiana is your neighboring state. If they seceded from the Union and they were ops, not just different country, but religious differences, hate. And all of our power, Self, what do you call us? Our intelligence. You're not going to see these people. So they said they were coming over in gliders, hand gliders, like all that planning it took, all those bombs that came, all those missiles that came over. You had that big of an intelligence failure?
Some complete crappiness, man.
And guess who they blame for it? Iran. And that's what I'm saying. They're trying to drag us into this war.
Yeah.
DJ Creeper said Hawaii is crazy. All that water around Hawaii, man. Had a beautiful time in Hawaii, man. Oh man. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Which island was you at? The one that they did that to?
No, I don't think I was on that one. I can't remember. Don't give me the line.
I ain't mad.
Same one coach went to.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so so they've been bombing the shit out of them. They're about to bring in the ground forces. And 2,670 Palestinians, including a quarter of them children, have been killed from the air raids.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
It's I don't want to just say evil, but
it is. I mean, those people that live in the strip, they don't have the ability to bomb anything. Now,
right.
Hamas ain't in the strip.
I mean, this sounds like BDs and GDs. You know how people say, man, that shit's got to stop.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I mean? Like they just spun their block. Hamas just spun Israel's block. But according to them, Israel's been spinning their block for years.
Just think that there was no Israel until 1940s.
After the false flag.
Yeah. So that's when they displaced all those people.
Yeah.
It wasn't their land either, but that's a different story. They was at least living in some sort of harmony with each other. Yeah, so they're not supposed to be there. And I was listening to some Jewish people that are against the state of Israel, says that the Torah,
black people?
Huh? No.
Black.
No. These are Khazars.
Okay.
They said that the Torah says that they're not to have no homeland. They're not supposed to have another homeland since the destruction of the temple.
Yeah, they're not. They're a nomadic people.
And so they're completely against the state of Israel. And they were in Israel at the Gaza Strip and, crying because of how the Palestinians were being treated. He's like, they are brothers. He said, we were hand in hand all before the Zionists took over the religion.
Well, I don't know what they was hand in hand at. Don't get me started. You know what I mean? I hate to bust your bubble, but None of y'all have any business over there as far as I'm from where I sit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So somebody on the block sets up a false flag so that you can get more territory. You know, everybody in the area says, "Oh, that's awful what they did to that block.
Yeah.
Let's root them out." You know what I mean? And now that's yours.
Yeah.
You lost a few soldiers, but you've got power.
Yeah.
You know. And then say about 1,400 Israelis were killed, about 300 soldiers. Gaza health officials are storing bodies in ice cream freezer trucks due to risk and moving them to hospitals or lack of cemetery space. Israeli forensic teams found signs of torture, rape, and other atrocities among victims of last week's attack. And Hamas is saying the same thing has been happening to them. And, you know, and would the Israeli forces be so quick to come out and say, yeah, we investigated it and we found evidence of that, and that's not going to happen?
No, they wouldn't say anything. I mean, nobody can say anything bad about them, including them. They come after you.
I'll make you famous.
Mhm.
And then you got your false flag. We've discussed that ad nauseum. But then now, so now Iran, you know, Saudi Arabia ain't gonna let it go down. That Arab nation, they got the committee.
They were saying Iran is the one that funds Hamas.
That's what I'm saying. They blamed Iran. That's what I said.
Yeah.
It came out, they're blaming Iran, which can drag Iran into this whole thing.
Yeah. They've been saying that for a long time. That
Yes.
yes.
So then you drag in Iran and you force Russia, saying Russia's already, you know, in China, you get China involved, and we're right there, Self. And another point I didn't mention, I'll throw it to you. There's a lot of wars going on right now. Now, what hasn't happened is they haven't unified. I looked up the number of wars. They're all over the map.
Yeah.
Some of them get classified as just civil war. Some of them are classified. These ain't counting drug wars. People are at war. Like, there's war all over the world, bro.
Yeah.
In the south of us and all through Africa. And you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of time before Mussolini or somebody gets out there, charismatic son of a bitch, you know what I mean? And gets everybody that we're going to rise up against America, or vice versa.
I don't know, man. This media is all over the place. They lie, fearmonger. Get everybody to put their energy in towards creating the bullshit that they're presenting, the predictive programming that they present.
So they could provide a solution. So NATO and the UN could tell us how to fix it.
Yeah, they can come on in and take some more of your liberties and your rights away for the price of safety.
Yeah.
Crapulous behavior.
Yeah. Defense get funded again, you know. Law enforcement gets funded. You know, everybody's waving flags again, you know what I'm saying? And it could unify a nation. Hate.
Yeah, it's crap.
Creeper said 100-year war. Remember when we were in grade school, Israel region wars. Remember that. Definitely remember the 100 Years Wars. Can't say I remember much about it. Yeah.
Much more than the name.
They made me know it wasn't involving me. Yeah, I was a savage. I shouldn't have to cover this. You know what I mean? I should have raised my hand. Wasn't I a savage? Didn't you say I was a savage? You know what I mean? What's this got to do with me? All right, so now, Self, the doomsday clock. What do you know about the doomsday? You guys put on your 10 hats. Put your 10 hats on.
Theoretically, the countdown to doomsday. I don't know how much time is on it or anything about that, but I know that they've been having a plan for it to be. They're trying to create revelation. As far as I'm concerned, the book of the Bible, Revelations, And these people are going about trying to actually make that happen. The horrible things that happen in that book,
The CERN technology,
all of that. It's a Project Looking Glass has a singularity that they're afraid of.
You hear that, Coach? I hope you're watching. It says singularity out there.
Yeah. The singularity of what's going to happen that they can't stop. And we're all going to wake up, but they're trying to stop that as hard as they can. But everything they do to manipulate time, field dilation principles, it all comes down to one singularity.
Yeah, that was kind of told in the Matrix to a certain extent too.
Yeah.
And it's probably where that phrase that's been used more than any other phrase ever, at least in Chicago, "It is what it is," comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Shit happens. So yeah, the doomsday clock is a symbolic representation of the likelihood of a human-made global catastrophe as assessed by members of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. Sounds a little booty, don't it?
Yep.
It's atomic scientists. It serves as a metaphor for threats to humanity arising from unchecked scientific and technological advances, such as AI. The clock setting, expressed in minutes or seconds to midnight, reflects how close the world is to hypothetical global catastrophe. Of course, now they're running, computer models. The main factors influencing the clock are nuclear risk and climate change. Currently, it stands at 90 seconds before midnight, the closest it has ever been to potential disaster. Doomsday clock, everybody. If that doesn't tell you, I'm not saying it's telling you their intent. This is what I'm saying. And when it's going to happen. It's telling the Illuminati when to go back in their caves and what?
They bunkers and bunker down.
Yeah.
Hunker down.
Hunker. The root word of that is hunky. Can we say hunky? I don't think we can say hunky.
I'm not
Well, I
sure.
mean, strong.
We might be far enough into the show where we can get away with that.
I mean, broad shoulders, strong, thick. That's hunky. Go ahead.
Yeah. You hunker down in their bunkers and live out the rest of their miserable days. I think they're going to be able to live in there long enough to come back and restart everything.
Free from melanin.
No, this place can't exist without melanated. So if they got rid of the melanated, this place would just fall apart.
So ultimately, what's the purpose of war?
Power and control. If you look at it from some ways, sacrifice in other ways. It's a huge sacrifice the elite is, paying for to happen. And it's a big ritual.
A ritual money grab.
And sacrifice. Blood
Yes.
sacrifice. Blood sacrifice.
Yes. So many purposes. Fans fear. Starts, coagulating a lot of third eyes. You get death out there. Polling of the masses. Creeper said Hamas is working with the spooks. Absolutely.
Absolutely, positively.
There's some, quote, terrorist street organizations near you that's working with the what?
Spooks.
They may or may not know it at certain levels. The CPD is working with the what?
They are the spooks.
Well, not every time they can CPD,
No, but as a whole, the organization.
You're not gonna have me, bumping for the bumping for 12. That's for sure. So, why are these conflicts, or are these conflicts important to be one? And if so, why? Be one. Not blacks all over the world.
The only reasons that I can see is that there may be a point of vulnerability in the colonizer right now because of how he's spreading himself thin with his war machines. There's conflicts all over the place. I don't know. Seem like might be time for a revolution.
Yeah.
A lot of crap is coming.
Well, and what I would add to that stuff is that a lot of us are involved in the military.
Yeah.
Some of us are driving our kids to sign up right now today. Right?
Yeah, no way.
Man, right. Not saying that we're saying this is going to happen, but no way right now. I mean, the doomsday clock, they're telling you right there in your face where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Creeper said, no tunnels for the public, no bunkers for y'all, only for the my shit don't stink. Correct. Someone for the drop dead gorgeous, and not even all of them.
No. It's the elite. They got They got luxury bunkers and can live down there, and it's plenty spacious, and it's not no one room situation. It's got city size bunkers.
Yeah, because there's been one scientist theory said that, I know you're not a proponent of global warming, but they said that the humans, us breathing and pooping and having all these numbers on the planet, they said we're the main source of global warming, but nobody wants to tell us because then we pull our air out. I mean, if they say the cows are producing a lot of it, they do say the cows are.
I know they do say that, but it's crapulous. Don't. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but we have. Go ahead.
Allegedly, that's what they say is causing this global warming, but I don't.
But what can we do? We do as a nation, because I said it's better to expect the best but be prepared for the worst. But should we do anything? Because there were a lot of native peoples who just, our ancestors, sat around, just ate popcorn and kept their head down and let those savages slaughter one another.
Yeah, well, really should not be that involved in some of these conflicts because they really don't have anything to do with us whatsoever, except for if you are in the military and
your property. Because we say prison is slavery, but the military is also slavery. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, they definitely own you in the military. Own you. Yes, they own you. They own your children. They own your spouse. They own your ass when you sign on that dotted line.
Property of the United States of America.
Period. The corporation, not the country. They own you. Tell you to do whatever, take whatever pill or whatever they're giving you to take. It's crazy. Sign your whole rights and the whole life away.
Yeah, I've always said we should be agnostic when it comes to that. But even when, conscientious objectors even. But it's always a point though where they're gonna pull us into it. They're gonna start offering us candy and sweets and you can have this land. We'll never get it. Oh, you'll get your reparations. You go there and you fight, and you're going to come back and you'll get your reparations. Do you like that, Self?
No, because what's the chance he's not coming back? Get nothing. Oh, your
Hey,
family
and
will get it. Do it for your family. No,
and they're
not
gonna
your
be
family.
and they're gonna be sending all the blacks run up that hill. There's a
Yeah.
history of that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta get as many of them killed as possible because when we win this war, you know, we got to pay them X amount of dollars each.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be, you know,
On the front line.
You're the mine sweeper. Yeah, you just walk out in front. If the mine blows up, then you know.
We don't go that way. Good job. Good job,
Hero.
Smith.
We'll send your family a Purple Heart and you
Yeah,
know.
Smith.
Yeah.
He died. He was one of the bravest. We pushed him out in front of us and told him he had to get out there, and he got out there and boom,
and took one
saved
for
us all.
Took one for his nation. Yeah,
They'll
and there's
be-
a fine
they'll be
line
like-
between bravery and stupidity.
Oh yeah, they'll be like he dove on that landmine.
'Cause so orders only go so far. You know what I mean? Wait, explain that again, Captain. I'll be out there all eager. Explain again, Cap. Yeah, we want you to walk out there. And the mine blows up. We'll go a different way. And if I don't do it, we're gonna throw you in the brig. And let's go to the brig, baby. Let's go to the brig, baby. Baby, first chance I get. I want to live. I'm gonna run to North Korea on their ass, baby. Like the homeboy did. North Korea kicked him out, stuck shit in his bum, tortured him, and exchanged him back to America for some prisoners we had. That soldier who ran over there, he had done something. Yeah, they were gonna throw him in the brig for something. I forgot what it was. And he went on a sightseeing tour and ran across the border in North Korea. Young brother.
He's lucky he didn't get murdered.
Hey, he was black. He didn't have any value. And you know what I mean? Took what they could get for him. You know. Yes. I wonder what when they debriefed him when they got him back here. It's not looking good for homie. They don't even talk about him no more. Self. He's probably on Guantanamo Bay.
Man, I hadn't even heard about that. But I stayed pretty unplugged. So,
homeboy, yeah, that motherfucker ran into North Korea. You know, they shoot you when you're running out. So I guess they didn't know what to do. It's like the lion when the lamb don't run away. the guards was like, wait, what? Somebody's running. What? We trying to get out of here.
You're right. You're coming here? What the hell?
The security didn't work that way. Like a roach motel. You know what I mean? You can come in, but you can't get out. All right. Now here's a question. Nukes. Now my heart says that they won't use nukes, but then my logic says, well, they've used them in the past.
Yeah, well.
In the event that this does occur.
Putin has mentioned that he has nukes, and
everybody knows you got nukes, Putin.
He's saying NATO better stay out of Russia business, or he's tempted to use a nuke.
Do you think George W. Bush would listen to those op nations telling us not to mess with Texas or Indiana, the KK state, if they seceded? You remember after, what was it? It was after one of them wars, we said we don't care what NATO, it was 9/11, I think.
Yeah.
We said we don't care what y'all can talk about, whatever y'all get. They was like, we need permission. They was like, y'all can talk y'all ass off.
No, they ain't nobody listening to that.
No, that's what Putin's doing. I'm not bumping for Putin. I'm just saying that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Y'all bring it. It's gonna be some circumstances and it's gonna be some problems.
But according to the stats, the state of Texas is whooping their ass in this scenario. Imagine if the state of Texas was whooping our ass.
Well, let me tell you something. This media is full of it. All the way full of it. I
like
don't
300,000 to
believe that.
70,000. Go ahead.
No. We got.
But how many soldiers can Texas really have if 70,000 have already been killed? Go ahead. I mean, something, the math ain't math.
No, it ain't mathing because Harvey ain't beating Chicago. That's not happening. So
correct. Even if they was winning a lot of battles, because they're going to lose so many people in those battles, and they only have it's a finite number of soldiers.
yes, finite number of people, period. And it's much more finite than Russia. I mean,
You
come
saw
on.
that little tiny president of Ukraine. He's a tough guy.
He's an actor. He's a fucking actor. That's what he is. He's Ronald Reagan, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
They like steak, so the cows are good. They can't eat humans. We are weight. Cows have a purpose. They can eat humans.
Oh, and they do. So don't
have.
think they don't. Yeah.
They've had a history of cannibalism that they were blaming on the indigenous people.
You're right. And it's them.
Yeah. They probably sit back there and their wife comes, "What you doing?" Oh,
some of those settlements.
Savages left his head here. Yeah.
Some of the settlements.
Yeah.
And they didn't have nothing to eat.
Yeah.
They ate each other.
Yeah. They did that when that plane crashed up there, and I think it was Alaska or Colorado or something, and they're heroes. Yeah. Ate each other.
Yeah.
We're gonna get reparations when a meteor hit the planet a week later. Yeah, after we clean all the shit up. Yeah, go over there, radioactive. And we'll never get it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying, but I'm saying it's just promises. You make me promises.
Man, they just lie. Every treaty they ever signed. Yeah, we're gonna follow this. Yep. They ain't followed one of them.
Now, even better, they give us money if we all move to Hawaii or Alaska. I'm with that. I'm with that. Hey, you can send me to Mississippi and Alabama. So, you know what I mean? Give me the money. That's fine. You mean it's just going to be us? You kidding me? You can keep the money. In fact, I'll pay you. You know? I don't know. But how do you feel about UN and NATO? Because they were constructed to prevent this from happening. Do you have confidence? We're going to get to the poll question. You'll be surprised. Do you have confidence that the UN and or NATO and the King of England and everybody can not be savage and figure this thing out and not act like Pookie and Ray Ray in O Block in 63?
No, I have no faith in the UN or NATO or anything that is constructed by these colonizing ass groups of nations.
Well, shit, your boy Putin already said fuck them. And we did it too. Started a president. I said it then. I said, that's fucked up when we did it. They were telling us not to bomb Iraq. That's what it was. We was like, fuck y'all. Yeah.
The United States, not we, but I get you.
Oh, yes. Great point. Yeah, it's a I stand correct.
Like we.
I should have said us.
US. Yeah.
Us. Yeah. So I want to get to this poll question here. What do you mean I don't have permission to view this page? I guess we haven't been yapping it up today, haven't we? Talking about the spooks.
Yes, we have. Tell
me I can't even get onto my own YouTube page. I've never seen that before, ever.
That's a little crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second here. Wow, I can't believe this. I'm in though. All right, here we go. The poll question was, this week's poll question: how close are we to World War III? Okay. The first option is the UN will never allow it. Huh? UN, boy. UN, the League of Justice, the Justice League. Okay.
Yeah, that's what United Nations would tell you. UN.
Yeah, take that gun and get out there and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because UN.
We got to do this, and we need you. All right. They meant the signs. I even said it. We need you, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
All
Son
right.
of a son of a reap it, Murphy.
All right. The next option is critically close. Okay. Third option, the war has already begun. Fourth option, we're about halfway there out there. Final option, we're too far away for any consoling. All right. So we're going to go to our results. Before I get your answer, the UN will never allow it. 13%, so some people say it's 13% B1 in the United States.
Illusion.
13% has got full confidence in the United Nations.
Illusion now.
It's just an illusion.
No, delusion.
Oh.
Delusion.
Delusion. It's all these confusion and all these delusions. All right, the next one. So you need to get in the lab on that one. The next one is, speed it up like Kanye. All right, the next one is critically close. I'd be surprised. 53% of the respondents agree with the doomsday clock out there. And 53% say we're critically close to World War III. Now, the next was the war has already begun. 27%, twice as many who have confidence in the UN believe that the war has already started. We're about halfway there out there. Put that doomsday clock at 6. 7% say we're halfway there. And finally, too far away for consoling. I guess, you have to split up. The UN will never allow it because I think they would probably vote either way. I'd have to ask those people who said too far away for consoling. Well, nobody voted for that. So nobody said too far away for consoling. So I would think that the UN people are consoling, right? But they feel like the UN will never allow it. Yeah. They allowed Putin to invade Ukraine, but he couldn't stop it.
Nope.
All right. So
they're not part of the UN. So
my answer, and then I'll get your response. I said the UN, but no, I didn't say that. I have said, and this is just based on my research, and I hate to be a negative Nancy, the war has already begun. This is just the appetizer. This is just the classical conditioning, the predictive programming. They're using the media. If you listen to all the signs that's coming from the media itself and everything, and getting everybody conditioned, it's going to be an issue, though. It's going to have to be a false flag here. America always needs a false flag because we're a comfortable nation to them for the most part. We got running water unless you're in Flint. You know what I mean? For the most part, we're fat. So what I'm saying is they'll have a false flag here. Okay, maybe it'll be Hamas, maybe it'll be, Russia, China, I don't know. But I say the war has already begun. You, what's your response? Give me some banter.
I don't really like the answers here. If I had to pick one,
well, hold on. Before you do that, what answer is not there that you would pick?
Media hype.
Fear mongering.
I guess, yes. Yes.
overplay for the underlay fear mongering.
Yeah. It's down the road. This is a predictive programming stage or set. Don't think it's gonna pop off now per se, but I mean, if I had to choose one of these, I would still say that it's already begun because this is all part of the process. But I don't think it's a real threat right now. Just the feeling that I have.
Well, you notice, I'm not saying, I don't feel like, everyone might assumes World War III is going to be the nuclear holocaust.
Yeah.
And I don't assume that unless, to Creeper's point, AI gets involved, but
what Einstein said. It's what Einstein said.
Right. Well, he worked at the patent office. He was looking at everybody's. He was a third rate. He was a third-rate student at a shithole school. Well, he didn't go to a shithole school, but he was a third-rate student like me. You know what I mean? Or if they'd have put me in a patent office down there in Champaign, those engineering kids coming in. What's your big idea, buddy? Oh, yeah. You better not tell nobody you brought this shit in there. I'll fuck you up. Put my name on there and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Einstein. It'd have been 9 mil said. And 9 mil said E equals MC squared. You know what I mean? He's brilliant. Look at all this shit he did. Was that MP? 14 hours a day. And look at all this shit he did. You're damn right.
I wonder how he was able to accomplish so much. He was always an MP. I mean, the whole shift. I mean, from the time MP opened till it closed, he was in there. I'm not sure how he got any work or research done, but he's amazing because the rest of the time, he really got it in.
You know what, Self? I learned this at William H. Trade School. I'm going to stop reading books. No, I'm not Newman out there. Don't get me wrong. Newman, I'm not Newman. But I'm going to start getting just the Cliff Notes. And I'm going to be that son of a bitch when they start interviewing us and we got 1 million followers. Yeah, I've read 7,500 books. And I'm going to be waxing poetic about this. And Moby Dick, when he said blah, 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 your ass. You know what I mean? Anyway, look at this guy. He read all that. Yeah, it was 10,000 pages. The Iliad and Odyssey, yeah, I read that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All of it. That's what I'm going to do. And they're going to call me smart. I'm going to wear the same shirt. I'm going to get this shirt like 15 times like the billionaires do. That way I got time. I'm not spending time washing my ass and brushing my teeth like they save time on. You know what I mean? I'm not spending my time, wasting my time, picking out an outfit, reading a book, just get the Cliff Notes out there. We learned that at William H. Ray School. Teachers couldn't figure it out for a while. And, those little pink kids are like, you don't have to read. We're not reading any of this shit. They're looking at me. They're like, you're reading all this shit? Yeah. You know what I mean? Nobody's reading this shit, but reading the Cliff Notes. Get the Cliff Notes. My family can't afford the Cliff Notes.
What kind of teachers that
Still
didn't know the
Notes.
class was using their Cliff Notes?
Cliff Notes. You know what I mean? The whole school for years. Cliff Notes. You know what I'm saying? Didn't work so well down in Champaign, but I tell you what, it worked at Eisenhower. Well, Eisenhower, boy, there's a lot of that going. Yeah. But out of this, these responses, what would you pick?
The war has begun. It's already begun. Predictive programming.
I see what you're saying. I see your point.
So all the setup, and this is part of it. So
yeah, this is the stuff they sit around and talk about at those secret meetings, allegedly, that your boy, what's his name, was exposing. Then he sued him and shut him up.
Alex.
Yeah.
Alex, what's his name?
They got Alex Jones.
Yeah. How could I not remember Jones?
Boy, they put their knee in his neck. Boy, he's be running around getting pictures of him. Everything. He exposed it all. Like that was all wacky conspiracy nonsense. He went out there and got evidence.
Man, got video.
Yeah.
And crawled up in there in his belly all the way up in there and got video with it.
So I bet he was looking like you when the Noop said who makes the punch. He's like, oh, this shit is real. You know what I mean? And looking at look, that's Michael Jackson. Look at Epstein. Everybody's here. Yeah. And those honeypots. What's her name? She's always at the football games. She's a honeypot. She's the modern day Marilyn Monroe.
Oh,
The one that Kanye
Taylor-
West said she sucks.
Taylor
Something.
Swift.
Yeah.
Or she didn't deserve the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I think
hold
she's-
on. I'm gonna let you finish. He told her, "Hold on. I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
finish." Beyonce should have won this.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was his downfall. When you marry that with George Bush don't like black people.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then you started messing with the Kardashians.
Well, again, there's another spook.
Handlers.
There's another honeypot. Yes, it's a honeypot. That's what I'm saying. And we've got to be aware of that. That's honeypot 101, bro. You get super famous and rich. I guarantee you, so if I win these $1 billion in this lottery or something like that, and wifey leaves or something like that, takes half the money, I guarantee you they'll have a honeypots every day pulling up on me at the gas station. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm a honeypot just standing here. You know? Yeah.
Been waiting for you, buddy.
Yeah. But it'll be famous honeypots too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I heard you're a writer. You come on and write my story.
Yeah. Honeypots.
Get out of here, bitch.
All right. Well, yeah. We got any final words on this before we wrap it up? What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Good God. No. War is not a good thing. Sick of this madness. I don't really know what's going on in the world because this media is corrupted and scripted and they don't tell us real information. So I'm not really emotionally attached or involved in any of these conflicts at all. So it's very difficult for me to have empathy towards it because I don't know what's actually happening. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that.
People said, the government has you on lock, you on the list. 1% AI gonna let us know. All right, well, well said. So we've reached the end of today's podcast on Are We in the Dawn of WWIII Unpacked? Brother Wordsmith's giving you guys some great advice. I'll say let's stay informed. Let's be advocates for peace. Let's work towards a world theater where diplomacy prevails over conflict. This is the same thing we're trying to tell Pookie and Ray Ray on the block. Remember, history, his story, teaches us that peace is fragile and our collective actions matter. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. If you got any feedback, questions, concerns, suggestions for future episodes, feel free to contact us either in the comments or you can call or text 424-900-6945, 424-900-6945. That number is absolutely troll free. We'd love to hear from you and learn more about your thoughts and opinions out there. Remember, ask not what culture can do for you, but what you can do for culture. As always, question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Dorothy. Peer down the rabbit hole, do your own research, use discernment and caution, because sometimes when you put your tin hat on out there and you start staring into the abyss, some of those spooks. Well, Nancy, they come staring right back at you. People just start wearing shoes. Peace and self-love, honor, and respect. All right, we already answered the riddle out there. No need to rehash. We've mentioned it twice on today's show, October 24th, Self, leading up into Halloween. We're going to do the sounds of revelation.
Yeah, these evil bastards is trying to make the book come true.
Man, there's a lot of like trumpet sounds and unknown vibrations and hums and sounds that's being heard all over the world, even in Illinois. Some people can hear it, some people can't. But they've got recordings of it. Nobody knows where these sounds are coming from. And then, wild things have happened, natural, right before a big storm, and they hear these sounds. So maybe it is somebody out there, like you said, Self, pushing the code for revelations into the matrix.
Definitely trying. That's for sure.
That's what we on next week, God is willing. And as always, y'all check out Mouthpiece Included. We break down sports and politics. That's politics. And talk a lot about, the politics of sports and the sports politics. A lot of people don't want to mix their politics with their sports, but they're doing it now with the whole Israel situation. And hell, the Olympics was based in political theater. So that's what we got. That show, the Self Luv Show, is always going to be Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Chicago time, and Mouthpiece Included is Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Chicago time, right before the what? Bears. Got Bilbo Badgett. And I said it. I said these Chicago meatballs. I said, boy, it's going to be some quarterback controversy between Mr. Undrafted and Bilbo Badgett. I got proof of it. We made videos, and these meatballs and analysts and your local sports people,
popcorn arm.
Bilbo.
That popcorn arm.
Yeah, he's processing. He's getting it out quick.
Well, he couldn't get it down the field, though. He
And
throws
so-
that in the end zone. That interception. He throws it in the end zone. It's a touchdown.
And
He couldn't
to your
get it
point-
there.
And what's so weird, you indicated earlier Fields' first interception wasn't on him because the dude got pushed right into him.
Mhm.
So the way Mully and Hall and the score talk about it, they'd be like, well, Fields threw an interception, he threw an interception. And then they're saying that Bilbo had somebody pushed into him, and Bagent came out and said, no, nobody got
didn't.
pushed. Yes.
I saw the play. He's just got a popcorn arm. He can throw the he processes, he get rid of that ball fast because he better. Otherwise, it's not gonna get there.
Popcorn love. He's got popcorn love out there. So
I mean, when they got the pass interference on the other side of the field, it was a popcorn arm throw.
how can
It
he
was
have popcorn?
short.
His dad is literally the world record holder, and maybe it's not his real dad.
I mean, it's his,
Maybe
he's
he's
his
adapted?
dad. So I mean, I don't know.
But come on, he's a world record holder.
So
in
it's
arm
not
wrestling.
him.
Doesn't he
He's
get the
not.
genetics? This
No,
nurture over nature.
it's different mechanics for that as opposed to because it didn't translate. I get you.
I'd pay to see Justin Fields with the dislocated thumb have an arm wrestling match with Bilbo Bagent. This is the type of stuff Ice Cube needs to produce. You know what I mean? And the black people want the melanated. You know what I mean?
I guess.
But yeah. So and they're like, well, he didn't have any protection. I'm like, neither does.
He had all the time in the world.
Well, not on that
to
play.
make that throw.
But like on the fumble, the strip fumble, if that was Fields, they've been all over. Like what I'm saying is, no, he had no protection. He tried to step up, and he knows now he's got to cover that up, but he was trying to make a play. It's like, do you want these guys to try to make plays in this bum system that the offensive coordinator has created, or what do you want?
That's
Maybe
my
last
whole
night-
thing. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, play Fields got hurt. He held the ball a long time.
did.
Yeah,
He
6
did.
seconds. But he was trying to make a play.
he did, but there was on that play. That's the only play I saw. I watched the all 22, and that's the only play I saw where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, even right before he turned around and saw the DN, it was a flash. It was either a back or a commit, like right there open at that point. And it was somebody open before that. That was the only play. I watched all 22. That was the only one where I said, what the fuck is he doing? And he got hurt and he didn't come out. And our media is so fucking, just ask him, you know, what did you see on that play? Because they keep saying he's not seeing it. He's not seeing anything. He's seeing something. So when he's sitting down with Inspector Gadget, you know what I mean? Are they going through him with his process? Why didn't you throw that ball right there to him? No, tell me why. And on that play, I'm sure you noticed it. Most people don't notice it, but you pay attention. The fans messed him up. I'm blaming your meatball fans because they started booing. He was holding the ball and they started booing. I don't know if he was having a brain fart, but he was back there. He back there patting it like, boy, it was in touch football, one a day, 707. And the fans start boo. he took off. They started booing with him holding the ball like that. They should have left him alone. The meatball should have left him alone.
He's got to get rid of the ball. Even if it's just out of bounds, so he can play the next play. So he can play the next play. And if he stays in, we win that game.
Yes. The defense finally balled out, and we can't do anything on offense.
I mean, goddamn, and the defense gives up 13 points. You should win the game.
You should win the game. If your starting quarterback doesn't get hurt.
Even if Popcorn Arm could have threw the ball into the end zone, GJ Moore would have came up with it. It would, we win the game.
He didn't have
an
to
interception.
He didn't have to get all the way to the end zone. Just get away 5 yards further, and he would have been able to, go back and catch it. DJ couldn't even grab the receiver. He underthrew it so bad.
Man, yeah.
But who's again? Does Inspector Getsy not know that he's got a popcorn arm?
He has to. He should have
Does
known.
DJ Moore not know once he gets to a certain point, hey, Mills can't give me the ball here?
I don't think he knows. He's been playing with Fields all, He didn't in preseason. He definitely didn't play one snap with dude.
You're right. But the person who's supposed to know he can't get that there is who? Bilbo Badger. Yeah. And Gadget. Yeah. Popcorn and Gadget. Yeah. He's got to know I can't get that there.
Yeah. So he's got to go somewhere else with that ball.
And Self to play Fields threw the interception on him. It was 3rd and 1.
I mean, he had somebody wide open in the flat.
I'm just saying, run the fucking football. Like Inspector Gadget again, he starts tickling his asshole. The running was going, the line was going, and it's 3rd and fucking 1. And he figures, okay, if it's incomplete, we can run on 4th. Well, now on 4th, the whole defense knows what you're doing. And it's going to be harder to get that yard. Run, get in the shotgun, hand the ball to Foreman. How about that?
I mean, the motherfucker was wide open in the flat. Open. He's got. I can't say he got to get rid of the ball because it was no time for that.
It was no time.
No, it snapped and right in the backfield.
But here's the point. I think one of the famous coaches used to say it. The best way to stop interceptions and shit like that from happening is run the damn ball.
Yeah.
You pass when you need to pass.
Shit, they could have, did the tush push and gone ahead and get the yard.
3rd and 1, man. They could have called a run for Fields, anything. Like, I'm just saying, again, that to me, that was Getsy tickling his butt because when they snapped the ball, and I'm like, oh, you got a team that's blitzing and bringing everybody and all this and that, and you just need 1 yard, get the momentum going, keep the team lathered up out there. Huh?
They could have kept that motherfucker blocked for half a more second. That motherfucker would have got that pass off, and he would have still been running. If nobody out there with that motherfucker in the flat.
If they didn't have the running back assigned to block the defensive tackle, and that was our rookie. Nobody's talking about. He's a great player. He's got great potential. I love him. Right. That was right. Right went out there for some reason. Must have been a college read. He went out there and went straight to the linebacker, and all he had to do, he was supposed to have been blocking at the end. And a lot of times, even that running back was going out to block the safety or the corner, and the tackle comes straight in, and you're like, why did he just let him come through? Because he's not expecting that guy to be there. Like, why don't our line know we block the big guys and save the little guys for the back self? You learned that at Leo, and y'all didn't even have a football team.
Oh, we did. I didn't play, but
oh, y'all had a football team at Leo?
Yeah, we're good. We had a good team.
All right. Look at that.
Yeah. One of our my classmates went to Michigan and played 4 years in Michigan.
Hey, why you ain't play, man? You'd have been a nice little DB type slash. You could have been a Vetus Jones type.
Basketball and baseball.
Oh yeah, you needed to bring.
Man,
trust me, I know, because I played football and basketball, and when baseball came around, I was like, yeah. I wish I hadn't though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, we didn't have the Deion Sanders and them right before us like that. You know what I mean? We were right over.
Yeah.
They didn't respect it either. Yeah, one coach tell you, if you don't show up for this and that, you ain't never gonna play.
Right.
If you don't, you know what I mean?
And playing baseball hurt basketball for me.
Yeah.
I wasn't there in the spring like I could have been or would have been if I wasn't in baseball.
Yeah, playing football hurt my basketball because they wasn't taking me seriously on the football team. Then I found out that the basketball coaches were telling them, don't put me out there because they didn't want me to get hurt because, I was a starter on every level, not varsity, but, you know what I mean? So then you kind of find that out. And then I'm missing some summer games and spring games, you know, with the squad and where I could go out there without Fraze with his knee on my neck and, feel my oats. I was missing all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, where are we at here?
Yeah, we're about to get there. And then basketball camp will keep me from 3 a days in football. And if you miss 3 a days, you might as well not even play. So yeah, I'm getting to it though. Self Luv Show. There we go. I think I'm in the right place.
Oh.
All right, they're gonna do
there.
Yeah, so we gotta come up with some music for this segment going forward. I know I just told you today, so
yeah.
All right, y'all. This brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's gonna be, take it from the top, Wordsmith's final words. Absolutely. Yeah, that was dope, bro. And it's a shame we didn't have our own music. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do though. Could screen record it. You know what I mean? They said it won't be gone.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That brings us to the conclusion. Man, know thyself, love thyself. Check out Kazodiak.
Dope artist.
Absolutely.
Do you think you are the one?
Honestly, I don't know.
You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know thyself.
Bullets are boomerangs.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
Charity plus humility times love is freedom.
Greed plus ego over fear is slavery.
I spoke that unfamiliar tongue that baffled all the clergy. My soul is like a living drummer, mastering the earthly. I wasn't in the lessons and they passes never heard me. I'm out of the curriculum.
Answer
Merovingian,
question.
Indian, Asiatic gentleman,
question everything.
Fear is an illusion. It's all cap.
Vibrate love.
And forgiveness is the highest love vibration.
So do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end the beef.
Because healthy people heal that people.
One thing I know for sure, hurt people gonna try to hurt people.
Free Hoof, man. Free Larry Hoof.
Free Jeff Fort.
Free all them guys, man.
Prison of slavery.
Many secrets in my lyrics come and see if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, and people they won't go near it.
Walk on water.
Spitting not your average hard here to bring you back to God. Center just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy like a back massage stripper. Bring you back the stars, Mr. Zodiac, a law picture like a pillar in the canopy. I'm glad a heart snipper. Unique and all.
The good book say all we need is the faith of a mustard seed, and you know we got way more than that. Get right out the way.
Mustard seed. We ain't got no mustard seeds in the crib.
Go buy some.
Hey, we appreciate y'all support. Stop the blicky. In wars. Only war should be war against war. They can't fight these wars if we ain't out there doing it.
Man.
They gonna build machines to fight the wars. Well, I don't care. As long as they ain't killing people.
Making war don't make peace.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Let's.
Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love. You just know it. Through and through.
Balls, you still got them? Shot time. Stand up.